Hey guys, today we're playing Mega Man X. This was originally on the Super Nintendo or Super Famicom, depending on where you're from. This was basically a Mega Man game that takes place in the future. Instead of the robots being robots, they're now considered Reploids. They're self-aware, so they're like part of regular society, and basically they get a virus that makes them do bad. And Dr. Light created this Mega Man, and he put him underground for a long time to test to make sure that he was okay to be released into society and all this stuff. And I'm probably destroying the storyline. But anyway, this is like the Super Nintendo's version of Mega Man. It's a lot harder than the NES games, in my opinion, if you can imagine that. And all the enemies don't have the name title as man at the end of it, except Mega Man. But they really just call him X in this game. They don't really call him Mega Man. I think Mega Man's just for the brand recognition. I'm not used to this game controlling so slow, and it's not the system itself, it's because I've been playing a PSP remake called like Mega Man X Maverick Hunters, which is like a polygonal version of this, and it runs a lot faster, so the timing's a lot different. That's a great remake if you can get a hold of it on the PSP. It was free on the PlayStation Network Plus program, but I don't know if they have it because they retire their games pretty quickly. For such a stingy company, Capcom has been quite generous to the PlayStation Plus program with like the free games, because a lot of the games that end up being free are Capcom games, which is odd and out of character for them. So this is the first Mega Man that actually starts out before you get to actually select what boss you want to fight against, and that ends up becoming a staple. I think they revert back on Mega Man 9 and 10, but I honestly can't remember. That was close. But yeah, I know Mega Man, oops, I'm talking and running my mouth and not paying attention. I know Mega Man veterans that play the X games and say how much harder they are. They're all hard to me because I'm not used to playing them. I actually like the anniversary edition of Mega Man on PlayStation 2 because you can select the difficulty. So if you're someone like me who isn't that great at the games, you still have the chance to see the ending. The only difficulty settings that didn't really work with was Mega Man 7 and 8, but all the NES Mega Mans you could do that on. Although 5 and 6, in my opinion, still were pretty tough. They don't really have that option on the X collection. The X collection feels like it was rushed a lot more. They didn't take as much time as they did with the original Mega Man games. This also came out on GameCube, but even though the anniversary collection came out on Xbox, they never released a Mega Man X anniversary collection for the original Xbox for some reason. I believe it was announced for the Xbox, but they just never released it. Part of the bottom of my TV's cut off because I was watching a movie with the aspect ratio and I forgot to change it, so I really don't know offhand what is the absolute bottom of my TV. Super Nintendo is not known for its speed. Unless this is part of the Anniversary Collection's issue. It just doesn't seem to run as fast, but I'm not using an emulator or anything. I think this is how fast it ran. I just think I'm used to playing the PSP Maverick X Hunters or whatever it's called. It really doesn't matter if you die at this part or not. You get a cutscene. Try to fit in with its more serious tone. The serious you can be with robots that are self-aware. If anybody sends me a message telling me how much I suck, I know. I usually don't suck this bad though, but I haven't played this in a long time. There's Zero. Zero is actually the original design for Mega Man X, but they felt like it was too foreign, so they ended up creating Zero as a separate character, and then they made X look more like the original Mega Man. Zero eventually gets his own series out of the 2 million Mega Man games that were released. But people want Mega Man games because they financed that Kickstarter, what is it? Mighty Number 9 or whatever it's called, I can't remember. But the creator of Mega Man, I guess, this isn't in the Super Nintendo version. As you can see, the bump and graphical fidelity. Select a file to save. Yeah, I'll save it on that. I don't care what file. And it has the ugliest graphic when you actually look at the memory card icon. Return the game. That's nice. I don't have to use passwords, so it was kind of futile to show me the passwords. If I remember correctly, even though I'm going to fail miserably, this is the first guy you go to. Look, he doesn't have man at the end of his name. It's just Storm Eagle. Not that it's going to make much difference. I'm probably going to get destroyed. Even though it's a 2D game. Games with heights and them always stress me out. Those are kind of... Oh, you have to have a firepower. One cool thing about these games is it gave you an opportunity to go back and do stuff. Come on, you jackass. I never liked the charge shot just because I always felt like if you weren't holding it down, you're doing something wrong, so I hate holding the button down. I know, major inconvenience, right? I sound so lazy, but I just miss the old Mega Mans where I'd just worry about shooting stuff really fast. The soundtrack in this game is really good, but all Mega Man games have nice soundtracks. My response time is so slow. That's probably my fault. But like I said, the PSP game runs a lot faster, so I'm used to that response time. And I was playing this exact same level on it. PSP's version's nice. I mean, it'd be cool if they would have hand-drawn stuff, but they didn't. So it's all polygonal, so some of the stuff looks funky when they don't have a decent amount of polygons to draw it, but you definitely can tell what the things are supposed to be. I mean, you're not like, what the hell is that? I don't remember that being in the game. Those things look like the little Master Blaster tank thing that you ride in the game called Master Blaster. Or actually, was it Master Blaster or Blaster Master? Dyslexia is a bitch. I think it was Master Blaster. They had quite a few of those games, but I still feel like the one on the NES was the best one. A story about a kid looking for his frog, and then all of a sudden he's in a tank. At the time, it made perfect sense. Now I'm like, what the fuck was that all about? And more for you. Oh, you repeat it, you dick. I swore he blew up. Oh, well, thanks for the checkpoint. Really looking out for me there, game. This is when games hand it your ass to you. If you sucked, you just sucked. There's no getting around it. Well, that was just plain lucky. I mean, if it was really lucky, I probably wouldn't have had that happen at all, but I mean, I should still be thankful, right? What is your purpose? Oops, jumped too soon. At least you get to see a detailed look at what the first part of this level's like. One of the few positive twists I can put on this, I guess. I definitely call it a twist because there's really nothing positive about me dying all the time. Shit. I am not this crappy. Alright guys, that was Mega Man X originally for the Super Nintendo. This is on the anniversary collection or collection, whatever the hell they call it. But on PlayStation 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Great game. It takes a little bit getting used to. I haven't played it in a long time, especially if you play the PSP version. I actually recommend the PSP version over this one because it's a lot smoother and runs faster, and that's part of the reason why my timing's off. Plus the way the PlayStation controller is, I know this probably won't make a lot of sense, but there's something to do with like the Super Nintendo buttons, I believe, are a little bit closer, and then my PlayStation controller buttons are a little spaced out more, so it takes that fraction of a second, I guess, for me to move my thumb. I don't know. I'm just not used to it. Like, I can get actually pretty far in this game if I play it for a while, but this is like what am I at, 14 minutes going on 15? Like, that's not nearly enough time. But yeah, if you like decent action games, I would definitely start the first Mega Man X. It's definitely, in my opinion, the best one because, I don't know, it's the most forgiven one in my opinion. After that, like, these games get brutally hard. But anyway guys, thank you for watching and take care. Bye.